Can you believe it is here? It's going to be Christmas in a few days' time, and this is our very final get together as a team for this year. So, a huge big Merry Christmas and welcome to our end of year celebration. Please send a message to your team quickly and say, guys, you've got to hop on. This is one of the most special get togethers in the year. I know many people are away, but if they can, let them hop on and celebrate with us what this year has brought. Now, I know it's been a challenging year for many people, but guys, today we have breath in our lungs. We are alive and we get to just see out the end of this year and really be grateful for everything. So much has happened this past year to many of you, and for many of you, I like to believe that life happens for me and not to me. So I'm always looking for the positives in what has happened, and it certainly has been a year that needs a lot of reflection. So from my family to yours, a massive Merry Christmas. Please stay safe, guys, in this time, and enjoy every minute with your loved ones. Make sure you tell them every day just how much you love them. I hope Santa is going to bring you a big present and I hope that you are going to be able to get together with family in this very uncertain time that we have right now in Australia and New Zealand. From myself and Una and Madeline and Grace and Robin, your core leaders, we want to say a massive big thank you for all that you've done this year for our team. Every single one matters. Every single thing that you've done, whether big, small, it doesn't matter. It all matters. Guys, we are like one big orchestra. When there's some instrument missing or when somebody just misses a note, it can be the smallest little note. It is felt and it impacts the whole orchestra. And so I want you to know, no matter how big or small your instrument this past year, no matter how big or small your contribution, every single bit matters. And we are here for you. We are here because we genuinely care about you and your family. So we do wish that next year, together with what we've offered with have offered with LiveVantage, our products, with what we're bringing to you as leaders in our team, we really do wish and pray and hope that it's going to really help you go from one level to the next and achieve your dreams for 2021. From all of us and your core leaders, a huge big thank you for your support. Every little bit has mattered this year. Every little bit of an encouraging word, every little bit of helping a teammate has brought us all closer. And that is what TEAM stands for. TEAM stands for each achieves more when we work together. So we want to say a huge big thank you. From your frontline leaders, look at them. Aren't they the most gorgeous looking bunch out there? Oh my gosh. And finally, this year we saw 2 gentlemen getting added into the group. We love that there's a mix now of some of our amazing men in our profession that have joined LiveVantage. And we want to say a huge big thank you as well to every single frontline leader for your determination, your persistence, your perseverance, your educating us and other distributors, to our medical experts and our science geeks out there. Thank you for explaining stuff over and over about the products, to our beautiful marketing people who know how to design flyers and know how to build online and do social media stuff. Thank you for helping us teach everyone. No matter how big or small your contribution, once again, you are appreciated and valued. And as we close off this year, we are adding another member to our frontline team, Erica Grace, beautiful lady, shown extreme persistence in her business. She has ranked now to, I believe, Pro 3, which is fantastic. So Erica, welcome to Frontline. We are so happy to have you in this team that focuses on developing tomorrow's leaders in LiveVantage. So a huge, big welcome. Guys, we are super blessed tonight to have our amazing corporate staff with us. First of all, our vice president for our markets, Pamela Ferry, then Claire Duke, who's her best second, what should I'm not quite sure what Claire's title is now. I'm sort of hoping that she's going to be general manager. So I sort of want to call her the general manager. But Claire's just Pam's right hand. You know, she's always there. Whenever you need anything, Claire's there to help. And Ange, of course, is just an incredible support as well. Our corporate team are with us tonight, and we are so incredibly blessed that they can see who you are. They can see who our movers and shakers in our team are. Now, many of you are on holidays and you may watch this recording, but I want to say congratulations to the following people. You have all been nominated to win the 2020 Persistence Award in Team Activate. You've persisted building your business against all kinds of stuff that life has thrown at you. And guys, as I look at the names, I am so aware that some of you have faced massive things this year and you have continued pursuing your business. And we recognize that. We say congratulations for standing up again and again and persisting building your business. So every single person here that has been nominated will receive a certificate from us, and then we're going to have 5 finalists, and then the award winner will get a trophy. And this is going to happen at Leader Academy. But for now, these are our nominees. Team Player Award. Now, this is the kind of person that is always willing to help. This is a team person. It's not rank driven. It's not performance driven. It's just that person that whenever you say, hey, can you help me? They drop everything and they help you. Look at these names. Are they familiar to you? Of course they are, because you know they are always there to help you. Friends, then we have Heart Award. Who really portrays Team Activate's heart, which means everyone matters. Everyone matters. Everyone is treated equally. Everyone is appreciated, adored, and just supported. And these are our nominees for the Heart Award. Many of the names you'll see pop up in all the different awards. Then Leadership Award. Who has been a rising star this year in terms of our leadership? Who can we identify as, man, this person, we got to watch this person. They are a mover and shaker. They are the kind of person who solve problems. They don't come to you with a problem. They're the kind of people who are creating action in their business instead of just saying enrollments are down. Those are sort of leadership traits. And of course, there's many more. But congratulations to these folk for being nominated. Then who's our rising star? Who's that person that is just doing so much in their business? They are ranking, they are enrolling, they are on fire. And of course, look at the nominations here. You will recognize those names once again. And we are so blessed to have you in our team. Thank you and congratulations to all the award winners. We also have our top Enroller Award for the year, and we also have our top PV Award for the year. Those will be a surprise for you next month. We'll announce who those people are. But many of the names you're seeing on this award are the same names that appear on the other awards. So who are the top enrollers? Who are the people who are growing their customer database? These are our rising stars as well. So massive congratulations. I am so aware that Pam and Claire and Ange have to hop off really soon to be on another amazing call. But Pammy, if you would like, I would like to just give you a couple of minutes to maybe share a year-end message with Team Activate. Thank you so much.
Well, hello, Team Activate. And it's so lovely to see you all here. Wow, we have a lot of people. And Charlotte, thank you so much for leading the team and for having us join your wonderful Christmas celebration. I just wish that we could be in person to celebrate. We had some celebrations here on the weekend with some of our Sydney crew and in the previous week, and it was just really lovely to be with people face to face. And you know, Zoom is fantastic, and it's great that it's keeping us connected at the moment, but the power of being face to face, man, it's so powerful. And just to see so many new people, so many new faces coming into the business was we're seeing that a lot across the country. So I know that most of you, well, probably all of you, because you're all leaders on this call, have been working your butts off, through this absolutely crazy year. I mean, what a year we've had. I remember starting out 2020, we kicked off with a trip to New York City to ring the NASDAQ bell. And I was like, this is going to be an amazing year. This is such a great start to the year. And then we came home and we did Leader Academy. We had an incredible event over on the up on the Gold Coast. And, we were all ready to smash out our goals. Then we took off to Pro 5 Summit, Park City, Utah, and all hell broke loose. And we just didn't know what was going to happen or how the world was sitting. And it was uncomfortable. There was a little bit of fear creeping in. I know for a lot of us, just the unknown and not knowing what was going to happen. And so then we came home to a whole new way of everything, scanning in just to go to the supermarket and, to eat out, having to scan in and register yourself, hand wash stations everywhere, lockdowns, isolation. I know when we came back from the States, the loneliness of having to isolate on your own at home and not even have family to come and visit you, and having people drop groceries at your door. So it's been an interesting year, and through all the hardship, one of the there's been some wonderful things that have come about from 2020, but I think our business model and the way that we all stick together and support each other, our sense of community, that we have each other's backs and we're there for each other, is a really big deal. And my goodness, how our distributors, who, I mean, most of you, and I'm sorry if I haven't met you yet, are my friends and people that I value very much. We've held each other's hands and we've really gotten through this year. And we've actually been able to grow our Australia and our New Zealand businesses, because heck knows there's a lot of people out there right now that need to earn some extra money, that have lost their jobs. I was at a Christmas party just last weekend and just sitting there listening to people's stories. There were some nurses there talking about that they're out of work. And I was like, you're a nurse? What? There's no work. And they were like, yeah, in Sydney, they're just not hiring. One of the girls' daughters has just finished university and she can't get a placement. And so it really puts some perspective on the security and the safety of the industry that we're in, that it's growing in a time where there's a lot of people that their jobs, I have friends who are florists who are in the events industry, they just don't have jobs, and they were living on job seeker or job keeper or whatever. And then now that's sort of all come to a close. They're not sure what they're going to do. So I think that for all of us, we're in a really good place to be in the model and building a business within the network marketing industry right now. And we have a very important message to share with people, a very, very important message, because please help people with their immune systems right now. Please help people to have a strong immune system. We have a product that can really, really help people. So if you've got any reservations, now's the time to get rid of them and just go out and tell people you need to get on this product, because it's going to support your immune system. And number two is, and this is most importantly, I mean, without health, we don't have wealth ever. I mean, look at what's his name, the founder of Apple, he didn't have his health, so all that money didn't do anything. Drop a message in the chat. I've forgotten his name. How awful is that? But
Steve Jobs.
Yeah, thank you, Steve Jobs. How did that come off my mind? Without health, there is nothing. It doesn't matter how many millions you have. So please, let's realize the important message that we have with helping people with their boosting their immune systems. And secondly, the wealth message. We have an incredible business model. We have a model that we have a simple system. You guys are in a team that has one of the best systems I've ever seen in my 20 years in the industry. It's all there for you. All you need to do is the work of talking to people. And if you're talking to 2 new people a day, you've got a growing, successful business model. That's it. 2 new people a day. And so if we can help people to improve their finances and in turn help ourselves to grow wealth, be proud of earning a good salary and to earn a lot of money. It's a good thing to earn a lot of money, because when you earn a lot of money, you can help and serve a lot of other people. I know for myself, the reasons that I want to earn a lot of money is that I want to do great things for my children and their children, and I want to serve the community as well. And so I know that a lot of you are philanthropic out there and have big goals. I know Charlotte has big goals in that area to help and serve the world. So be proud to be someone that wants to earn a lot of money. It's a really good thing. It's not a greedy thing, because I know that a lot of you out there struggle with that. You're good with the product because you know it works, you know it gets results, and then you have a little bit of a reservation around getting out there and being really strong about, we have a great opportunity and we can help you make a lot of money. You got to do the work. There's a system though that's going to help you to get there. So that's my thoughts on today. And I just want to say thank you all for hanging in there in one of the weirdest years that I've ever lived. And I've been around here for half a century. Don't tell anyone. Okay, just keep that on the quiet on this call. And, you know, I know there's been other things prior to that that some of you might have experienced, but for me, this has been a really tough year. There's been a lot of blessings. I've been fortunate to be home and spend time with my granddaughter, which many of you have seen on our calls. But other than that, though, you know, there's been a lot of hardships, and I know that a lot of you have experienced it too. And we've made it through, and we're coming out the other side, and we're going to go into next year in 2021, and we're going to power up together. We're going to do this, and we're going to take this business, and we're going to double, if not triple, LifeVantage across Australia, New Zealand, and then on to the Philippines. And so the choice is in your hands. You can either play small, or you can decide to power up, enjoy your Christmas, be with your family, share the love at Christmas, and then let's get to work and really do what we're here to do, which is to help and serve others to be their best versions of themselves. So I'm going to jump off my soapbox now, and it's been really lovely to see all your faces. There's so many faces here that I know and love so much, because I know many of you, and I know your stories, and I know why you're doing this business. And there's so much more than just the incredible benefits of earning a lot of money. There is so many other important reasons why it's important for you to grow this business. So thank you all for being here, and thank you to Charlotte for always being there through the good times and the tough times, for being an exceptional leader, for not being scared to break new ground where others might tremble. And it can be a tough, lonely place in that top position. So please always act with grace and kindness in that respect. And I'm going to hand over now to Claire. And I know we've got Ange here as well. Ange, thank you for being on. I know you've probably got 4 kids that you're juggling to get to bed. I just want to say, though, I work with 2 of the most incredible human beings. And our motto is always, if you're not happy to get up on a Monday morning and pump out your work and say, where are we at today? Let's do this. You're in the wrong place. And I'm very fortunate to have 2 beautiful girls that care about all of you so much, that we get on a call and we talk about all of you and work out how can we, you know, do the best to serve. And they're just in the game 100%. And I'm super, super proud of that. So please welcome Claire Duke.
Thank you, Pammy. Gosh, getting a little bit emotional. We're trying not, like, it's been as Pam said, it's been quite a challenging, tough year for all, but also at the same time rewarding. And I think today, you know, being quite a special day for those that know what today means. Powering up is definitely what we're, the 3 ladies, Ange, Pam and I, have been doing all day today. And just, you know, taking that moment to be present, to be grateful, to reflect on the year that has been, but the year that's coming. I think that, you know, all of us have just gone through so many roller coasters and obstacles and challenges and highs and lows. And I'm a bit like Pam. I mean, we were on a high at the start of the year. We were, those of us that were in Utah, you know, Madeline, Charles, Rhonda, you know, Margie, my snowmobile buddy. Man, if you ever want to go snowmobiling, go with Margie. She's a hoon. I could not keep up with this lady. She was hooning around those corners, but it was so much fun, Margie. Love you lots. And we were over there and we just, you know, like, wow, what an incredible time we're having. And then as Pam said, it just went, that's it. Everybody, not sure where we're going from here. But it's just so incredibly grateful, like Pam, being at home and just, you know, being present with people that you love and adore, but also doing this and connecting with people as much as we could, where we could. And in person is so important, and I love being with you all in person. But I guess another word that is something for the year is being adaptable, being able to adapt to the way that things are, the way that things change like that. I mean, we all know what's happened again with what's going on, but let's adapt and let's see what happens and let's rise above, because there's many, many people out there that are not in a good place and not where, you know, they don't have the love and the support like we do here. This is our family, and, you know, I love and adore each and every one of you, and just want to support you and know that we are here to support you. You have, you know, incredible leaders. You know, Charlotte, we, you know, love and adore you with everything that you do, and you lead this team, and you've got such a wonderful core leadership, you know, with Eames and Leah and Mads and Robin and Grace and Kristen and Brand, everyone, Kim. I can see all these beautiful people on my screen, and there's, you know, 56 people on this call that are on this call because, sorry, my puppy dogs are just being fed. You can hear them in the background. That love and adore this team, and, you know, you are just growing from strength to strength, and we are just so lucky to have each and every one of you, and you're all doing just amazing things. And I guess, you know, the biggest thing for me is, as Pam said, I love and adore these two ladies that I get to not only work with every single day, but they are my family. And if I'm getting messages at 4:30 in the morning from these two beautiful ladies, you know, I do remind them often that I am on daylight savings time, but that doesn't matter. But, you know, the three of us are just, we call it the A team, and we just, you know, we love what we do. We are passionate about what we do. You've got to have fun. You've got to enjoy what you're doing. If you don't, you're not in the right place. So make sure you make every single day the most memorable you can. Please enjoy this time with your families and loved ones, you know, near and far. I know a lot of you can't be with them in person, like myself, but know that they are close and they are always around you. We love you all lots and lots, and we can't wait to see you all in person very, very soon. And thank you so much for everything you have done this year. And let's make 2021 even bigger, and let's rock this LV world. And sorry, Charles, my new title is I'm just Queen Bee. You can just call me Queen Bee. That's my new title.
You remember. Love it. Listen, thank you so much, you guys. Honestly, I'm just looking at the comments in the chat. This team loves you. They just love and adore you. So appreciate you. So grateful for you. You know, I think your job sometimes and very often is such a lonely an ungrateful one. You know, people are just constantly complaining instead of thanking you. So we really want to take this moment to say from the bottom of our hearts, we acknowledge all that you do. We see it. And when we don't, we apologize for not seeing it. But we do know that you're consistently there 24/7. I know I can send messages any time in the day, and sometimes I send it and I think, oh dear, that was really late. I shouldn't have sent that. Or that's like, it's Sunday. And you never complain. And we're so grateful. So thank you so much. Without you, we could never be successful. And, you know, it would be a massive challenge for us to grow this market. So thank you so much. We really are grateful. You know, some other big stuff happened this year. We had Darren leave, guys. We had Cortland resign. We had Pammy promoted. Woo! So we got a new vice president. And how much better to have a vice president on the ground in your country, right? So many good things have happened this year. You know, I'm a real firm believer that when one door shuts, oftentimes more than one other door will open. And if I have a look at this year, for me, I feel like as a team, as LifeVantage Australia, we've almost consolidated. I feel like our foundations are stronger now moving forward for next year than what they were at the start of this year. Sometimes when you go through hardship, through difficult times, through new things, as Claire said, you have to adapt and become different, and it grows you. I feel like we've already been grown this year, been stretched, and we are stronger than what we were at the start of this year. I feel we're in a really good place, team, for next year. Never yet have we been as leaders in your team as organized, as structured, as purposeful as we are for 2021. We've got some amazing stuff coming for you. We are ready, and our goal is to double our team volume by the end of next year. So look out for what's coming. You're going to love it. I want to say thank you so much to most of you who have your cameras on. That's awesome, guys. I know some of you can't have them on, but we didn't even have to ask you. You just got your camera on, you got your hat on, and that shows me that you're just a team player next level. You know, it's awesome to be like that. Thank you so much. To those of you who are breastfeeding, don't worry about putting your camera on. Or if you've just come out the shower and you're naked, it's okay. We're not asking you to put your camera on, right? But it's really, really good. Look at Sandy. She's got a full mask on. She looks awesome. It is so cool to see you guys participating. Now we have 14 of our team members who are going to share a 2-minute testimonial with you on what has happened this year for them. What has LifeVantage done for them in their business? What potentially have the products done, or what have they seen the products do? And to start introducing those people to you, I'm going to welcome our one and only, absolutely gorgeous, guess who? Madeline. So Madeline, I'm going to hand over to you. And if you maybe interview a couple of the people and then hand over to Grace and then Una, that'll be awesome. Thank you, Madeline.
No worries. Thank you so much, Charlotte. And oh my goodness, it's absolutely amazing. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, this is the highlight of my day, connecting with my tribe, with my family. I started in this industry about 3.5 years ago. And the reason why I started is because I really was looking for something else. I'm an occupational therapist. Many of you might have heard my story before, and I was at the point of burnout. I knew I had to do something completely different. I wanted to go back to my passion for wellness. And when I reconnected with Charlotte, she told me about this business and she said, you're going to feel better, sleep better. And I rolled my eyes because I've used many supplements. And when I started to use this product, it was absolutely incredible what it did for me. And I thought, I want in on this. I do not want to miss this boat. And guys, I can tell you, like Charlotte said, we have brilliant timing. 3 years ago, we did not have all of the systems. We now have amazing systems. We are opening countries like the Philippines and China and Singapore and Malaysia. We have amazing people, leaders in this industry, in this team. So I want to urge you, please reconsider this business really seriously. You have a chance to write your own story. And that's what I've done for myself, for my husband, for our 4 kids. I've been to Ireland with this company. I have retired myself from my occupational therapy job. And now for the first time since I graduated, I see the light again, because the reason why I got involved in private practice is I never wanted to work for a boss. I've got 4 kids and I didn't want to ask my boss for permission to stay home with my kids when they were sick or when they had an athletics day. And I soon discovered, working for myself, it was just the same type of hamster wheel. It was just spinning so much faster. So when I came across this industry and I started to understand the power of leveraging your time and your effort, I was like, oh my goodness, someone should have told me about this before. And it has really given us freedom. It has given me new family members, amazing people, amazing leaders, people that get me, people that understand what it's like to be one of those 2%ers who do not want to settle for second best in mediocrity and living as a slave. So I really want to tell you that this is one of the most amazing opportunities and gifts that you have been given by your sponsor. So let's go out and make 2021 an amazing year with everything that is coming, all of our Team Activate systems and amazing new products. You do not want to miss this show. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, Charlotte. If you want to flick over to the next slide. So now I'm going to introduce Grace Spencer. Grace, if you can unmute yourself and share a little bit with us about your business journey and why you are now so passionate about LifeVantage.
Hi, Madeline. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Can everyone see me and hear me okay? Pop a 1 in the chat. Perfect. So my 2-minute story, my brief story. So for those of you that haven't met me, I'm Grace Venter. I'm an elite Pro 7 living here on the beautiful Sunshine Coast, and my background is a registered nurse. And like Madeline, before joining with LifeVantage, I had no interest in more supplements, you know, taking my eyes off the prize, and that was helping people in the way that I thought that I wanted to help people for my entire life, and that was through nursing. And I'd go to my job during the day and I'd see people come in that would be fit, healthy, didn't drink, didn't smoke, and they'd have a heart attack, or they'd have high blood pressure, or they'd have, you know, something wrong with them. And I always wondered why are they so fit, healthy? They don't drink, they don't smoke, they look after themselves, and they've got this disease state. And that when we'd give them a Band-Aid in the shape of a, you know, capsule that they'd pop once or twice a day, and then they'd get sent home and just walk on the treadmill a little bit more, or cut out the wine, or stop eating the cheese. And I just thought, no, that's silly. And I couldn't for the life of me work out why these people were unwell. And so the business opportunity came along 4 years ago. I definitely did my due diligence and looked into the products, because there was no way, shape or form that I was going to put my name, being a nurse, to something that wasn't, you know, completely backed by science, or, you know, 100% didn't work on each individual. And it could be given to a range of people from, you know, young all the way up until old, to dogs, cats, and everything in between. So look, I'm not going to tell you it's been an easy four-year journey, because it hasn't. But oh my goodness, the places that LifeVantage have provided, and the opportunities and the adventures that LifeVantage have provided for my wife and I and our family have been absolutely out of this mind. And I know that no nursing career would ever be able to do that if it wasn't for this vehicle. So, you know, that's me. That's our wedding day. That's some leadership. That's at the Statue of Liberty in the United States. And spending time with some of our incredible leaders over in the United States. So, you know, give us 4 or 5 years of your life, and I promise you that it's going to be the best 4 or 5 years of your life, and it's going to be nothing that, you know, anything in this entire world can offer you, unlike this particular vehicle. So, you know, thank you from all of us, Core. I'm wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks, Madeline.
Thank you so much, Grace. And I love seeing younger generation like yourself and Robin really grabbing this opportunity and sharing it with as many people as possible. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm now going to hand over to Rhonda. Rhonda is an absolutely all-star distributor. She came into this business 2 years ago and she hit the deck running. So Rhonda, if you can unmute yourself and share about why you are passionate about this business.
Yeah, thank you, Madeline. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. So, 2 years ago this month, I actually joined. It was Madeline that brought the science to me. And initially I was like, it sounds too good to be true. But when I looked at it, and when I started to surround myself and talk to other health professionals, like you can see the health professionals that are, you know, that Madeline has touched on, you know, we've met in Ireland, we've met in the UK, in America. It's just absolutely amazing. There's so many health professionals that are using and recommending these products. It's 100% natural and science-based. That's why I've aligned myself with the company. And as a nutritional therapist, I'm very passionate about food and vitamins and minerals, etc. But that what I do does not touch the sides compared to what these products do. Protandim is like, you cannot eat your way out of the issue, like what Grace was talking about, you know, oxidative stress, free radicals, mitochondrial dysfunction. These products that we have are outstanding, and you cannot get them anywhere else on the planet. This is the only distribution method. So I was really new to network marketing, but you know, I threw myself into the products, and why I've aligned myself with the company was because it's the only way I could get my hands on the products. I'm extremely passionate about what I do, and I also pride myself in getting results for my clients, helping them to reach their true potential. And when my clients are using these products, the results that they're getting are way faster and way more effective, cheaper than using truckloads of, you know, nutrient therapy like I would normally do. So that's why I'm here today. My clients are experiencing faster results, especially the younger people. And in regards to the business, like initially I just wanted the products, but the business model has astounded me. I'm really new to network marketing. It is a brilliant form of residual income. And I've heard the beautiful Margie Hare explain it like this. No different to earning, you know, from the stock exchange, you know, the stock market, real estate investments, royalties like J.K. Rowling's or Beyonce, etc. But our investment into this business model is minute compared to those investments in regards to a business model. In regards to COVID, like Pam was talking, so many people have been decimated. Their businesses are actually just dissolved. Whereas with me, my business has just grown. Absolutely grown, and the amount I've been earning in regards to LifeVantage is just blown my mind. If I was working in clinic and I was injured, like I was injured over in America from a snowmobile, yes, I was winning the race. No, there was no race, but I was having a good time. But, you know, normally if I was not working for 4-6 weeks, that would have crippled me financially. That was not an issue because of the LV money coming through. The business model encourages support and education from everyone in the team, and is not competitive. If we grow, they grow. It's absolutely, yeah, brilliant. And in-house training. So whether it's personal or professional development, this is offered freely. You know, Charlotte and the core team are just absolutely amazing in regards to helping us. Anyone who is seeking and actively, you know, seeking personal and professional development, you cannot get this anywhere else. Okay, it would normally cost me thousands, tens of thousands to get this support in regards to training. So I cannot fault this. If you are motivated, if you are hungry to improve your business or wanting something else to incorporate into your existing business model, you've come to the right place. It's absolutely astounding. So that's pretty much me. I just want to say thank you so much, Madeline, for not giving up on me, because I know I gave you a hard time. But honestly, yeah, I have not looked back. I absolutely love it. And I too have found my tribe. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing, Rhonda. And we love you too. It is amazing to find this type of caliber people in our industry, really people who are helping each other and looking after the tribe and training and just giving freely. And I know, Rhonda, that you are one of those people as well. Now I'm going to hand over to Sharon. Sharon, if you can unmute and share your story about why you aligned yourself with this company.
Thanks, Madeline. Hello, everybody. Well, I only started, I think it was March this year, and it was my dearest friend, Vicky Jamison, who told me about a company that she was looking at. And I had known her from a previous company, and so I was a little bit like, oh my God, honey, what are you doing? Then I met the amazing Charlotte. Now, Charlotte will tell you, I sat down the end of the table, arms crossed. It's like, oh, yeah, you think you're so good? Yeah, tell me about it, honey. Yeah, okay, fine, yeah. And so I listened, and Charlotte was wonderful. She answered all my questions. She was very patient and very gracious with this grumpy woman that was down the end. But what got me excited were two things. One was the science, because I am a bit of a science geek, and I do know Brian Dixon from previous, and I trust him. I know him, I respect him, I trust him. He is an amazing man and scientist. And also two, the probiotic. I was studying to be an integrative nutrition health coach, and I'd just been through a whole heap of modules on gut health. So when I took a look at the probiotic, that's what got me really excited. And that's what made me kind of think, maybe there's more to this than I know about. So how about I actually look into it a bit more seriously, take my little skeptic's hat off, put my curiosity on, and let's have a look at it. And that's what I did. And Vicky has been truly amazing as a sponsor in, you know, helping me come to terms with a whole new company and a whole new family. And for us down here in Melbourne, we went into lockdown just after I started this business. So it's been challenging on multiple levels. But I love, love, love the products. And as a health coach that focuses primarily on hormonal health, especially around adrenal and thyroid health, these products, as Rhonda said, they help my clients get results that they wouldn't normally get just through looking at diet or supplementation. Supplementation is important, yes, but these products are amazing, especially gut health, where, you know, so much of our immunity is based. The business model is so simple, and it is based around truly rewarding you for the work that you do. It's not like you end up in a situation where everyone else does the work and you benefit. You get rewarded for the work that you do. And as been mentioned, the community here, I think Pam mentioned it, the community this year has been amazing. As I said, being down here in Melbourne, it's been really tough on many, many levels, but being able to tap into this incredible family every week, the laughter, the support, the knowledge, the sharing, the personal development, the challenges, everything has been truly, truly wonderful. And I'm very grateful that Vicky did meet me for that drink earlier, I think it was January, and that Charlotte was as patient and wonderful as she was. And I hope at some point to actually be able to meet you all physically. That would be an absolute joy. So I want to wish you all a very safe, happy and healthy Christmas and New Year. And here's to all of us having a fabulous 2021.
Thank you so much, Sharon. And yes, I agree with you. 2020 certainly was a difficult year for many, but LiveVantage and our products has been a lifeline. I remember talking to many people on Zoom, people complaining about their lives and doing all of their work on Zoom. And they would ask me, have you transitioned into Zoom? And I said, yeah, we've been practicing for this all along. So it's been really amazing to tap into this community. Now we are going to hand over to our amazing Margie. Margie is a great lady. She is so much fun. Margie, if you can unmute yourself and share with us your amazing story, because I know that you are going to the top. You are not taking any breaks. You are building this business with passion. And like Sharon said, it's simply because you have a massive urgency and desire to help others.
Thanks, Madeline. Indeed. When Charlotte said, would I say something? And again, I'm not telling my whole story. Most of you know that story, but I want to share with you why 2020 has been just an incredible year. Because January was so important, because I needed to qualify and hold Pro 5 for the third month so I could go to Utah. And I did, and I was so excited. And then there was this nonsense going on in China, and everyone said, no, you can't go, you shouldn't go. I said, I'm going, I'm just going. So off we went. And of course, on our last day, we had the most amazing time. That's me on my little snowmobile. And when we were there, the day before we left, we were told that Sydney had shut down, or Australia had shut down. And we get back, and I'm down 14 days lockdown or self-isolation. So I'd been away for like 2 weeks. Now we've been in lockdown. So I haven't worked for a month. And did I worry? No, I'm not a bit. I just knew I'm getting my residual income. And you know what I have to share with you? That was January, and then March we were back. Then April, and it didn't matter. Every single month, the money just got a little bit more and more and more and more and more. Never in my 2 years and 3 months did my money ever drop. And for those of you that know, I had to go to South Africa for 6 months to look after my grandchildren. And you know what? I got a little check every single month. And when I got back, I was completely emotionally drained. It took me a good while to get back into work. And what did I get? The day after I arrived, I got $900 in my pocket just to take the pressure off. Oh, I get a bit emotional. No, she did not let me go. There I'm going and going and going, and I have to stop and breathe. And she just looked the other way and pretend she was just admiring the view. Meanwhile, there she was behind me, pushing me all the way up the hill to the top of that lighthouse. So here we don't only have support on the business level, we have support emotionally with our beautiful community. But what I like to share with people is I'm a lymphatic drainage specialist. And in the 2 years that I've been with, 2 years and 3 months, my rate that I charge in my clinic is still the same rate from 2 years and 3 months ago. My rate has not increased, but the work I'm doing with LifeVantage is consistent. I do it every day. I do it every month, month after month. Some months I don't notice any difference. I don't get a new distributor in the business, but my money goes up every month. So instead of working for an hour and a half in the clinic and getting paid, working an hour and a half in the clinic and getting paid, working another hour and a half and getting paid, for LifeVantage, I work and I get paid, I'm paid, I'm paid, I'm paid, I'm paid. And that's why for anybody looking for a business opportunity that really works, that's why I love this business. And I'm ever so grateful for the opportunity that Trishi offered me when I was so ill. So I didn't actually find the product or the business, it found me when I really needed it. So I love you all and have a fabulous time. And by the way, I did another runner. I ran away. I'm in South Australia. And I made the deadline in the nick of time.
Well done, Margie. Thank you so much for sharing your story. And I just quickly want to say, with everyone that has shared tonight, there is one golden thread. Not a single person on the Zoom call has said, I'm so angry at my sponsor for chasing me and telling me about this business opportunity. Everyone is extremely grateful. So really inspirational to think about the people that you know about and go and share this message with them. Now I'm going to hand over to Sandy. Sandy had an amazing story when she started with the products, and now she's a real advocate for our business and for our products. Thank you, Sandy.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. It's so awesome listening to everyone, and very much the same that we've heard is also for me as well. But just take you back 2.5 years ago, I was, before LifeVantage found me, because that's pretty much what it did, is that I was working long hours helping people. And I've been an RN, so a registered nurse for around 40 years. And I was giving my all. I was finding different ways to try and help people. I was working full-time as a diabetes educator, plus 2 other part-time jobs. Not because I needed the money. I was actually earning good money as a registered nurse, and I developed into a diabetes educator. So that was actually quite good from a money point of view, but it didn't fill my heart. I was not making a difference in people's lives that I believed was actually possible. So I became an aquarobics instructor, and I did extra work at home to try and find a way that people could help restore their health and their balance, their well-being and their time. So because I didn't feel fulfilled and I wasn't seeing results, I also was working really hard, and that declined my own self-care. And so I was time poor. I was not putting in the time for myself. I was giving it all to everyone else. And also my family suffered. I was not available for my family. So, and the other thing is when I did need to take leave, because my mum, who you'll see here in that picture, she's just so lovely. She needed some extra care as our parents do as they get older. It was my turn to step up. I would take leave, and I had to get permission to take leave from my job. And she started having to have about every 2 months she'd have to have injections into her eye and have to travel for that. So I needed to be there for her. But thing is, once the leave runs out, I don't get paid anymore. So the other thing is that you'll see that this enabled me to, when I started on this product, I actually had extraordinary results. And you like to see in one of those pictures there, you'll see me crouched down with, they're my grandchildren there. You actually won't recognize that because I do like to get dressed up, like putting this mask on, but that was my 60th birthday. And that's only 12 months ago in October last year. And I had such an incredible turnaround of my health on these products that I was dancing all night and I was dressed up in the lovely 70s theme. And those kids there, they were dressed up too. And that's my legacy that I want to leave the future generations too, is that the vitality that we can grow older gracefully and well and even vitally. Like I was up there dancing when the other younger generations were not. So that's a big important part of me, is to set the scene that we can age well and contribute to the lives of others. You'll see there on the right hand side, this has enabled me to travel, to partner with other people like Mary Wishart there. I've travelled up to Darwin. I've also visited my sister in Brisbane. It's enabled me to have time with family, to spend time with myself, to relax and to give back to me and give back to my family. And I just want you to know that, and the other thing is, before I go on to that, is that on the left there, you'll see that what has made the massive impact on my life is the community. This is such a heart-driven community. As Rhonda said, like I have poured thousands of dollars into personal development, professional development, to develop my skills to help people. It's absolutely extraordinary how we can link arms with other people in the process of helping others change their lives. And my story was absolutely, I've seen the results that I was not seeing before. I'm feeling satisfied. So all that input that I was putting in, my heart, my time, and my desire to help has actually been rewarded so profoundly through this team, this company, these products, and this business model is absolutely extraordinary. And now I get paid when I'm not working, when I'm sleeping, and that's just absolutely extraordinary. So you see in that little quote there is, I made a decision to become more, to actually let go of the old version of me. And you'll see that, you know, you may not feel like you're ready, you know, like the uniform may not fit like you see, and you might have to flap your wings really hard for a while. And yes, you do. You have to work hard, but eventually you lift off and you find that you're actually flying high with all these other amazing people on this call and in this team and in this company. And I thank every one of you for this opportunity. And I feel I've really only just begun. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Sandy. I love listening to your story because it's always so heartfelt. And like you mentioned, you just need to say yes and you can figure it out later. I know that Tony Robbins often says that we underestimate what we can do in the long term. We overestimate what we can do in the short term. So we are so conditioned and trained to have these mega to-do lists. But if we look at the consistent effort, it is absolutely incredible what we can do in the long run. Now I'm going to hand over to Una, and Una is going to handle the next part of the presentation. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Madeleine. And Sandy, I love that because I'm still flapping my wings at times, even still 5 years later. So thank you, everybody, for coming on tonight. We're going to go through the next couple as quick as we can because we're very conscious of everybody's time. But I have the best honor, the greatest honor in introducing Kim Colling. Kim, Charlotte, G, Denise, and I signed up on the very same day 4 3/4 years ago. So if anybody deserves an award for persistence and consistency, it's this girl. So I'm going to hand over to Kim, and I'd love you, Kim, just to tell us a little bit about your story, about joining LifeVantage and what it's done for you.
Thanks, Una. Yeah, I got the Persistence Award last year, so I'm still here, still being persistent. As Una said, we all joined together in 2016, and it's been the most incredible journey. I am an accountant, those who don't know me, so I like money. I like numbers, and I really joined for the business model. With the previous company I was with, I was spending more than I was earning, which is not a great business, even if you're not an accountant. So when I was actually ready to quit, and I rang Charlotte to quit, and she said, hang on, we found this little yellow pill. And I was like, all right, I'm in. Love, health and wellness, let's do this. And my husband actually said to me, if you're not making money by the end of the year, you're done. And I said, deal. And the rest has just been history. It's been the most amazing journey. You know, my business has funded all these amazing trips. You know, we've had free trips we've qualified for Park City, Utah, we've been to Cancun, we've been to Bahamas, we've paid for conferences overseas. Like I've never experienced as much travel and fun as I have in the last 4 years with this company. and I still work full time in a day job. And I think life would be pretty dull without all of you guys in it and all the experiences that we have. Yes, I'm aiming to earn big money with this and replace my day job income at some point. But the journey is so much fun on the way. I was just listening to everyone's stories thinking, you guys are all my friends. You guys have all become my whole world. And it's just such a great community to have all these people that you meet at different events, different trips you go on. I got to travel with Margie when I went to Utah. I got to know Madeleine more, spend time with Ron, all the different people that we spend time with. And just to encourage you guys, because I'm the numbers person, I'll give you some numbers. No matter what you're earning with your residual, it does grow and it does take time, but it's a way better option than anything else most of us can do. To earn, if you were earning $1,000 a month in your network marketing business, that's the equivalent of $12,000 a year. To get that with interest in the banks, especially at the moment, but even if you could get 2 or 3% interest, you'd be needing to have $800,000 to $1.2 million. Oh, no, sorry, I lied. $400,000 to $600,000 in the bank in cash for you to earn that $1,000 a month. When you think of it like that, we've got such a gift and such an opportunity here to really leverage growing our income and then using that to live life to the fullest. So I'll keep it short because there's lots more to go. So thank you.
Thanks so much, Kim. I love that. And that's one of the things, like even after 5 years in this business, that you see so many people from different modalities. You see cardiologists to truck drivers to accountants to nurses, and everybody has got a different story, but it's a really important story that everybody's got. So thanks a million, Kim. So next we're going to move on to Nick. And Nick, you're down in Sydney. I'd love you, and I know you've been in network marketing for some time. And again, we've got people who are new and people who are experienced. So I'd love you to share with us your journey with LifeVantage and why you chose LifeVantage as well.
Sure, thank you, Ina. Hi everyone. It's really, really great to be here with all of you guys. So I'll tell you a little true story. So it was exactly 20 years ago to the week, 20 years ago, where I discovered network marketing. I was 26 years of age. I really wanted to do well for myself. I had got married young, very young, and had kids young. And I just wanted a way to get ahead because the day job, designing factories as an engineer, that wasn't really going to, I could see that wasn't going to provide me with my dreams. So I started with network marketing, and the first person that I showed, my first prospect was my dad. And I sat him down and I showed him the whole compensation plan. I showed him everything. And this is exactly what he said. At the end of it, he just sat like this for an hour while I explained it all. He sat like this. At the end of it, he pounded the table and he said to me these words: "If you make $50, I'll cut my throat." And that was my start to network marketing. So I got a pen and paper. I said, "Dad, can you please write that down and sign it?" And he did. And I put that on my fridge. And that made me work really hard. I worked my backside off for the next 2.5 years. But guys, what I achieved in 2.5 years was CEO money, but passive in 2.5 years. And then I went off to Greece, and I was a very hands-on dad for the next 15 years, from changing their nappies and cooking for them to teaching them how to drive. And I was a really hands-on dad. I was there for all the events. I've taken my kids to Paris and to England multiple times, all around Europe, and it was just the most wonderful experience. Anyway, so I did a reboot with my life. Wasn't very compatible with my first partner, and I found a beautiful girl. You can see her right there. We got married. I've got a beautiful stepdaughter, and we've had a beautiful baby. And I actually tried a different vehicle. So I had to make wealth again, guys. So I did a financial reset in my life. And I tried a different vehicle. I tried building a traditional company. And 3.5, 4 years ago, we started this company with a handful of employees. It was a startup, and we grew it to over 200 employees. We went from a startup to 4 listed companies. It looked successful, and then didn't work out. I basically wasted 3.5, 4 years of my life. And I thought I'd better get back into network marketing because it works. And I was just looking for the right company. Now, if you get it right, if you learn the skills and get it right, this is a fairy tale business model. It's just a fairy tale. If you don't do it right, it can be a bit of a pain in the backside. So you just learn to do it right. And I was looking for a very specific set of checkboxes, and I had never seen ever a company that would that ticked all the boxes, and LifeVantage did. A public company. Now that is so significant, guys. That means it's going to be around for our great grandchildren, because private companies, they come and go. They're just too risky. A public company at the right stage of the growth cycle. It's been around, it's been tested with all the growth in front of it. Unique products. We've got products that help people. So we really have to, we have everything. And I'll tell you what I really love about this company and about this opportunity. Being Greek, the Greek background, I'm very philosophical, and I'm a very big believer in equality of opportunity. I actually hate equality of outcome. I think outcome is your effort, you working hard, you rolling up your sleeve. But I very firmly believe in equality of opportunity. I don't care if you're a man, woman, short, tall, educated, black, white, Chinese, I couldn't care less. Here's the opportunity. It's the same for everyone. Roll up your sleeves, work hard, learn the lessons, and you got the chance to achieve something extraordinary. And that's why I love this industry. I love this company. I love these products. And it's really a couple of things that maybe you don't realize is the best friends you'll ever make are in network marketing. My closest friends, I mean, it's sad to say it, closer to my family in some instances, they came from network marketing. And the other thing is, for someone with no special skills, for someone with no special talents, you can develop into an extraordinary person. You can develop these skills, and the person that you become is really valuable. Guys, I could talk forever, so that's my story there. I'd love to see you all in person one day again and give you all a big hug, and hopefully I'll see you in Queensland soon if we're allowed to go. Thanks very much.
Oh my gosh, I love that story. Nick. I love that if you get it right, it's a fairy tale and all about equality. I just wanted to read a couple of lines. Some of us were given a book today, and I've already started reading it. And what Nick was saying is that it's an equal playing field. And I know some people started 4 or 5 years ago. I know some people only started this year, but we're all here today. And it mightn't have been the year that the outcome may not have been exactly how we wanted it to be. But I was reading this evening, and it says, everything in life is a lesson, whether it's accomplishing something, failing greatly, or getting your future rearranged for you out of the blue. The key is to never look back. Only look forward, learn from your mistakes, leverage your strengths, and focus on your future. Take what you have learned and move on. And that's exactly, what every one of us needs to do at the end of this call tonight. So I'd love to introduce Leah Craig. This is an amazing lady down from, my gosh, where are you now again, Leah? You're down with Kim there at Newcastle, and she is a mover and shaker. And I would love if you could just tell us a little bit how Kim convinced you finally to take a look at LifeVantage and what it has meant for you.
Yeah, it's been an amazing journey so far. I really love this call as well, because like Marky said, this opportunity found me, and I think a lot of us on this call tonight can take away from that being in the business. You really do need to talk to people so that the business opportunity finds them as well. I was at a stage of my life where I was craving some personal development, but didn't know how to do that, like how to go and pay for that when I was working full time and my daughter was sick all the time. So obviously I found these, Kim actually, talked to me about these products, but I wasn't really resonating with any of the science, it didn't really hit home with me until I tried it. And trust me, guys, I still have customers that are taking it 2 months in and they still don't believe it's working. It's doing something though, so I might try it again for another month. It's a constant discussion about the amazing products that we've got, and the main reason I'm here is because I wanted to take control of my own biology, but not just mine. It was about my daughter and my family's biology. And when that hit home, I really understood then what I was doing and how amazing this product was. I decided to take it then because as a mum, we usually and dads, we usually put our kids first. So when I saw the difference it made in our family's life with my daughter and her illness, I just was blown away. Obviously Kim was like, well, that's great, you had a fast response, but not everybody does. So I was lucky, but not everyone is. So I just wanted to, implore everybody to just, hone in on the fact that you are doing the best thing for yourself. As a mum, we do put ourselves last and we need to give it to ourselves. So I gave it to myself because I noticed so many things change afterwards, after taking the products, and even a year on. And yes, the community and the women are so empowering. So for me, that was very, it was throwing everything from corporate world on its head, or the retail world where I existed and lived, on its head. And I get to challenge myself daily and weekly and work with really inspirational women and men now as well. I want to help the guys as well, because they do it hard supporting their families. So I'm actively looking for customers there in that market zone. And I have a whole new set of goals for the 2021. And I hope everybody, truly believes that you don't need specialists as much, and this product can do a lot for you. Yes, we need doctors. Yes, we need, pharmaceuticals to a point. It's just that I believe the root causes need to be honed in on as much as everybody that's, already in that sphere professionally. And yeah, that's just my story. So thank you.
Thanks so much, Leah. It's so important about educating people. I found that, like, after 40 years in nursing, it's just like I've been putting a band-aid on people because I'd no other choice. Whereas this is a real, vehicle for another way that I can impact so many lives differently. And now so thank you, Leah. And now I'm going to introduce Shanley. She is an amazing lady who I've had the pleasure of meeting twice. And she has a powerful story. So I'd love, Shanley, if you could just unmute yourself and share with us about what LifeVantage has meant to you and how you got involved with the company.
Oh, thank you, Una. I was critically ill at the beginning of the year, and always lived healthy, did all the organic foods, made everything from scratch, but was still getting really ill. The photo in January was actually me just coming out of hospital after a major surgery. And then it just kept going downhill from that. And then I was reached out by the beautiful Tony, and she said, you've got to try these products. And I was one of the lucky ones where the products actually worked really quickly for me. Within 2 weeks, I started feeling amazing, because I went into the lovely women's hormonal issues. So, and I actually got a lot of benefit from the products within 2 weeks. My husband could see the benefits. He then had huge benefits from it after a major knee surgery, and then we put our dog on it. Now we have our grandkids on it, and we also have our daughters and my parents on it as well. It's been an extraordinary thing that's actually taken us into a business and to meeting people that we never thought we would meet, things that we would never thought that we would do or learn about, and we just can see this growing and creating a whole new family, an extension of what we already are experiencing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes into 2021.
Thanks so much, Annie. I love your story. That's perfect. And then we have Vicky all the way down in Victoria. Vicky, I know that you've also been in network marketing for a little while, and you are a skincare specialist, I believe. So I'd love if you could please share with us a little bit about your journey.
Sure, thanks, Una. Yes, we are, well, Sharon and I are in Melbourne, Victoria, so we have gone through that lockdown, but what drew me to LifeVantage and actually the products, and equally I joined for both the business and the products. I was intrigued with the epigenetic side of things, being into a little bit of science geekish stuff, and you can see I did a bit of a self-experimentation there with my skin, thinking my skin is pretty good at 54. I thought it was pretty good. That was me actually at Leader Academy, that before photo. So I haven't been in the business very long. I joined in January this year. So that was February. And I think I had been on Pro Tandem since September of the year before. So 3 months or 4 months at that stage. I then started the skincare in March. And so that picture on the right is September this year. I did a close up because I like to see by results what's happening. So I was intrigued by the genetic side of things. What if we could truly change our genomics and improve it slow down that aging process, basically. So clearly we're all going to age, but if we can age more gracefully, and it's such a cliche, isn't it? But you know what? It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Everyone wants to look younger. And so I'm like, what if health professionals can help their patients and clients be healthier just with this little yellow pill? What if skincare professionals can help their clients have amazing skin? What if my parents, or at that stage, my dad had a really bad stroke about 5 years ago. And that year, 2019, so last year, my uncle, so his brother, had a multiple strokes. And I was thinking, you know what? Is this my fate? Am I going to, you know, later down the track have strokes? And I thought, you know, if I don't try it, I'm never going to know. And it may not make a difference, but isn't it worth it to be healthy and, you know, potentially paint a fitter, healthier picture? So that was kind of my impetus to get started. And I have to say, I was probably a little bit like some of you who are into supplements. I'd been with another company. I'd been highly supplemented for 14 years. So healthy, so to speak, maybe one of those healthy but not healthy people, because I do triathlon, so a lot of oxidative stress. And I just thought, you know what, we just need to, you know, be more proactive. We can all be more proactive. And that's why I wanted to start the journey. One of the things I love about this company is that there are so many health professionals. And with that, it made me really take a look at, you know, doing this full on, because we just burn out. As health professionals, we're giving. And I've had my beauty business for 20 years, first in New Zealand and now in Australia. And I love it, but it's hard physical work, just like nursing, and it's hard mentally and emotionally. So this is a really good, for me personally, a retirement fund, if you like. But also I'm just passionate about getting health professionals, you know, we don't know what we don't know. So it's kind of sometimes a little bit of a hard road, I feel, but well worth it, because once the light switches on, like it did for me, and it has, I can see on so many levels with everyone on this call, once you've got it, it's just like, you've got it. You can't stop knowing what you've heard. So that's my story. I think the business model is fantastic. It pays out really, really well compared to other network marketing companies, which I'm just like, I ticked so many of the things. I was like, I can't believe it pays so well. So yeah, it was just time to move. And from that supplementation side of taking 15 plus supplements in the morning and in the evening to now taking, you know, like 3, it's just like saved me lots of money and time and swallowing tablets. So I'm in.
That's amazing. Thanks so much, Vicky. I think it is really important that, and again, I keep coming back to education and getting people to understand about the science, because so many people, when you talk to them, they just think it's another vitamin or it's just a multivitamin or a supplement or something. And I think, you know, that's where we've got to make sure that people understand. I was at a work party last week, and I was talking to a registered nurse who was going into do injectables in a clinic here on the coast. And the clinic that she's in, I worked with the ex-nurse from there, and she's making $100,000 a month in injectables. But what they don't understand is you can inject from the outside, but if your cells, your mitochondria are not functioning properly, you can inject all you want, but your insides are not you're not going to feel good. You may look pretty good on the outside, but you're not going to feel good. So, you know, I love that we have got that for people. So thanks so much, Vicky, for your testimony. And Erica, how are you? I'd love you. I don't actually know Erica very well. I'm not even sure where you're from. So I'd love you just to unmute and tell us your story, Erica, please. Are you there?
Erica, hello, are you there?
Hi, Erica.
It's working good, because it just sort of blocked out then. I have, oh, is it still going? It is, okay, because my screen's going funny. Okay, I have a long story, but I'll keep it really short. So I'll just sort of point on 3 things that I have had struggled with for a long time. One of them is that I lost my daughter in 2005. So that caused a lot of mental issues and health issues for me and for my husband. It's hard to explain. It was traumatizing. Couldn't focus. I just felt like I was on autopilot without knowing what I was doing. Into the car door and the car, and my ribs were crushed where I couldn't breathe anymore, and I could just feel everything popping. All my ribs would just pop, 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 pop. So I ended up having an awful lot of tissue damage and cartilage damage and anything you can think of. So I struggled with that from 2014 right up until now. And then in 2016, my husband passed away. So I crashed big time because I never recovered from my daughter. And then the car accident, I just made my life miserable. And then I crashed terribly with my husband dying. So I couldn't think anymore. I wasn't able to read. Mind you, I'm actually homeschooling my son, and we've been doing it for 7 years, and I couldn't even put 2 words together. My body would shake and tremble continually. I lost about 20-something kilos in that time over the 4 years. I didn't know who I was. I was coming up to the age of 60. And I thought, if this is what it is like to grow old and die, that's where I was. And I just knew that it was any time I would collapse and not get up off the floor. I ended up going to the doctor, and they wanted to put me on antidepressants and sleeping tablets and all sorts of things. And just to keep the doctor happy, forgive me, I took the script and went straight to the natural therapist, health food store. And the first thing she would put me on is just some magnesium, and wouldn't let me leave the store until she could see I wasn't shaking anymore. But the problem with that was that I had to take it every hour to keep me calm, to keep me able just to stop me from shaking. I had a lot of pain in my body. I had everything wrong with me. And then a friend of mine, Christine, suggested I try the tablet. And I thought, you know what, I don't know what, but I have to try something. So I did. And I also have to say that before I took the tablet, I was awake every hour, on the hour, all through the night. I haven't slept. And that's 5 years. And so I don't know, I was a mess. I took the tablet, and for the first time in 5 years, I slept straight through. I was just in awe. I woke up, and it was like the lights came on in my head. And I just thought, I can hear the birds singing. I can hear the wind. I can smell the breeze. I can smell the flowers. And it was just like something, I just changed. And then it was, and maybe for me, it was quite quick, but then other things, so it was 24 hours, 48 hours, 2 weeks, 2 months, and it just kept progressing for me. And I'm a 61-year-old, and I feel like I'm 35, and my brain just wants to go, 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 go. It's powering on, and it's just thinking, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And yeah, I'm a totally different person. I went to church, I think 2 weeks after taking the tablets, and everyone said, what happened to you? And I said, why? Oh, your face is lighting up. You've got a smile on your face. You're a different person. What are you doing? So then I could actually start sharing. And that's when I decided I needed to share this with more than just myself and my son. And the other thing I want to say is too that I have something to look forward to, and it's giving me a future. So when I have to retire and go onto a pension at the age of 67, I don't have to retire. I've got something to look forward to for the next 20 years, because I can see that my brain doesn't want to shut down, and nor does my body. So I'm just thankful. And that's part of my story.
Oh my goodness, Erica, what a story. I'm so sorry all that's happened to you, but what an amazing lady you are, and so inspirational to share that with us. And, I'm so glad that you've joined us and that we can be your family as well, and that you've got hope again. I think that's one of the biggest things that we can say about this company is as well, that it just allows you to dream again. So you just shout out if you need anything. And thank you. And last, we have got the beautiful Jenny Atkinson, all the way from New Zealand. And Jenny has got a powerful story that she's going to share with us about her horses and LifeVantage. So Jenny, would you mind unmuting and telling us a little bit about yourself and what LifeVantage has meant for you?
Sure. Thanks. Thanks, Erica. Geez, you're a tough act to follow, I must say. But sending you lots of love, and yeah, you've got an amazing story, and I'm sure whatever you dream of can be possible. So my story is probably a little different. I joined LifeVantage about 14 months ago now, I think. And I got introduced to it by a very good friend of mine, and she was kind of like, Jen, this product's amazing. I want you to try it on your horses and give me some feedback. And I, like a lot of other people, was kind of like, oh God, is this the next new fad? You know, with horses, we're always offered so many different things. And but it come from someone that I held in really high regard as a horsewoman and as a friend. And I was like, sure, I'll give it a whirl. So just a little bit of background. I have competed at top level in New Zealand in barrel racing for a lot of years, and I've got 6 New Zealand national titles. So the difference I noticed in my horses within the first month was just incredible. So I guess if I could sum up in a couple of words what this product has done for me and my horses and my competitive side of my life, is competitive edge. It really has, I feel it really has given me a competitive edge. So I guess the biggest thing I noticed with my horses was, first of all, was muscle definition. Their muscle definition was incredible. They had huge amounts more stamina, and their recovery post-race was also awesome. So it gave me the confidence last year to actually do a back-to-back rodeos where I travelled from literally one end of New Zealand to the other. So I crossed the ferry, went from the North Island to the South Island, did 18 hours driving, got to the next rodeo only a couple of hours before I was due to compete, pulled my horse off the float, got him sorted, and he went out. He ended up placing at both rodeos for me that season. Now, before I had started on Pro Tandem, I would never have had the confidence to do that, but I just knew what it was doing for them. I guess with horses too, there's no placebo effect. So what you see is what you get. You know, they haven't got all those things going in their mind to say, oh, is this just a natural product? Is it really going to work? So yeah, that's been awesome. I've even had my vet tell me, he basically said, whatever regime you've got your horses on, Jen, just keep them on it. I've never seen them looking so good. You know, their bloods have never been so good. He's been my vet for the last 20 years. And I guess probably the thing I'll close on is, you know, the stories I get from people, and don't get me wrong, like I certainly, like, horses are only a part of my business. Like, I love hearing the stories from the people I'm suggesting it to and their health stories, you know, their turnarounds that they're having. But yeah, a story I literally got just yesterday was, Jen, I'm not sure if it's the tablets, but it's the best I have seen my horse in years, and her horse had a lot of issues. And it's just those stories like that give you the warm fuzzies, and that that make you realize that you're really in the right place. So I just feel very blessed to be able to share this amazing product and change the lives of so many people and their four-legged family. So I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas.
Thank you so much, Jen. What a story. Oh my gosh, I would love to come and watch you do barrel racing one day. It's going to be so cool. And thank you for staying up so late to do this for us. We so appreciate you and all our other friends and distributors and family out there in New Zealand. So we can't wait to see you guys. Can't wait to come to your own little towns and spend some time with you. And hopefully that's going to be not too far away. Well, what a night this has been. Thank you to every single one of you for sharing your stories. And, you know, it is obvious that we have got something significant in our products and how it has changed lives. I mean, I want to go as far to say that potentially our products have rescued lives listening to the stories tonight. And when we look at the business, you know, potentially our business has actually kept food on some people's tables in this past year. And guys, that's big stuff. And I want to share something else with you. You may have seen that there's 7 events coming up. The first one starting on the 23rd, 24th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. They will all be at 12 p.m. Queensland, 1 p.m. New South Wales, and 3 p.m. New Zealand, and maximum 30 minutes. And we're going to have some of our top distributors in our company, most of them Master Pro 10s or 9s or 11s, share about their business journey. Why is that? Well, let me share a statistic with you before we close off this year as Team Activate. In network marketing, I hope you got your pen, write this down. In network marketing, the average retention on somebody using a product is if 20 to 25% of people order again in 90 days, that seemed to be pretty stable. That's the average retention. So in the first 90 days, 20 to 25% of your customers or distributors order again. Guess what it is in LiveVantage? The first 90 days, 87% of our people, our customers or distributors, order again. 87%. The average in the industry, 20 to 25%. Listen to this. After the 90 days, if you get 50% ordering again, that is seen to be really, really good. In fact, great. Great is if you get 50% ordering again after 90 days. Guess what? With LiveVantage, not just after 90 days, but after 365 days, so after the first year, we have 74% of people still ordering 12 months later. Some are on subscriptions and some do once-off orders. Now, this is the best part. Most companies rely on 0.9% to be ordering for years to come. Guess what LiveVantage's statistic right now is? After 5 years, 25% of people still buy the product. In fact, in my business, 28%. So we're trading a little bit stronger than the LiveVantage average. Guys, 5 years, they're still buying it. They're going to stay on it most likely for life. That is a significant business. A significant business. Imagine if 1 out of every 4 people that's introduced to your business will stay on it for life, and you continue to build and continue to build and continue to build. For us as a team now, that means 7,000 people a month are buying on subscription. And we have another couple of thousand of people who buy on spot orders. So they may buy every 3 or 6 months. That is huge. We want you to help us share this news with the world. And that's why we have pulled together another 7 events to close out this year. Who do you know that needs a change next year in their life, in their income, maybe pay off debt. Maybe there's a family you know that are constantly fighting because they're lacking money, they need more money. Who do you know? This, in my opinion, from what I've seen, is most likely the strongest residual income network marketing business that you will ever find. This is in the top retention that you will ever find in a company. You would have heard Carrie Dickey, Tara Wilson, Rachel Jackson say many times, retention is insane in LiveVantage because we have a sticky product. Nobody has activators. That's what we do. People feel great. You heard the stories tonight. This is what you're busy building. So think about who over the next 7 events before the end of this year can you introduce to LiveVantage so that next year their life can look very different. Team, again, on behalf of all of us, thank you for everything this year. Merry Christmas and have a happy and safe new year. Don't forget to do your goal setting before the end of the year. Don't forget to make your vision board. Get ready for next year. Get super ready because next year we are gonna nail it as a team and we're not leaving anybody behind. We're right now on the Zoom, grabbing your hand, holding it, and we're taking you with us next year. So thank you so much, everyone. Merry Christmas. See you guys.